Well, this is gonna be a hell to edit. Now you might be wondering yourself, Mr. Modus, why in the actual hell are you making an hour-long video about a mediocre Sonic game released back in 1996 for the Sega Genesis and Sega Saturn? Well, because I want to, dumbass. Actually, the reason why I want to is because this game is grossly misunderstood. Sometimes even more misunderstood than Sonic R and Sonic Labyrinth. That is pretty hard to top. Aside from that, Sonic 3D Blast is still a heavily misunderstood game. Before I start this crazed rambling, I'm gonna say, if you do not like this game, that is okay. I just want to show people how to play the game, and maybe to give the game a second chance. Who knows, maybe they'll like it. Aside from an intro though, on to the first part. Story. Alright, I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you. This game has no story. I mean, it does. It's just kinda Eggman arrived on Flicky Island and is capturing the Flickies to turn them into robots, and Sonic, Tails, Knuckles have to stop him. Yada yada, you know the drill. I mean, the Genesis version really spells out the story for you. So, let's get into the game now, shall we? You know these games. Yeah. Forget everything you've ever learned from them. What? You expected a game for the Sega Genesis and Sega Saturn to play like Sonic Adventure, SA2, and Heroes? This game is a very different control scheme compared to those games. You come into Sonic 3D Blast expecting SA2, you don't need to play this game. The controls I will go into deeper in the next segment, but don't expect that to be anytime soon. Anyway, let's go on to the levels. First off, Green Grove, which is, in my opinion, a perfect starting level. Not only does it have banger music, it also has pretty solid level design. The reason I say this is because the first area of the game lets you run around and test your moves if this is your first playthrough. Along with that, the tiny area also has this little spin dash pad that sends you through the first section of the stage. These loops will be important in some parts. Anyhow, after the loop you land in the next area. This area is a perfect showing of 3D Blast level design. There are two places you can go, left or right. Going left will reward you with a shield. Going right will reward, or I guess punish, you with an enemy. This enemy is easy to defeat on purpose to show you the main MacGuffin collectible, the Flicky. Flickies are birds that are native to, well, Flicky Island. There are 4, technically 5, but we'll get onto that later. Flickies do run away from you, but if you destroy the Badnik and stand right underneath the Flicky when it's falling to the ground, you'll get the Flicky easily. After you destroy the Badnik, you may notice the spin dash pad on the ground. Maybe you stepped on it. But if you let yourself go forward, part of the wall breaks. Inside of the area after you break the wall, there is a new yellow shield. This shield is called the Blast Attack. It's basically a proto-homing attack. Along with the shield, there is also a cannon. If you hop into it and press the A button, you'll go flying backward. I know it seems bad, but it actually spawns Knuckles. If you step next to Knuckles and you have 50 rings, he'll teleport you to the special stage. The Saturn special stages are genuinely peak with them being fully 3D. The Genesis is being, well, easy, let's say. Still fun though. We don't talk about the PC special stages. After you are done with the special stages, whether on Genesis, Saturn, PC, or DX if you're weird, you'll pop back into level. Keep going into level, you'll notice this turret thing. Do not discard these things. They can and will destroy your runs. After gathering 5 Flickies, you'll hop into the big ring, and you'll deposit your Flickies. Step on top of the trapdoor beneath the ring, you'll head to the next section of the level. Repeat the Flicky gathering for this segment and hopping into the big ring once again, and you've cleared the first level of the game. It's important to note that Sonic 3D Blast runs on a 3-act structure. The second act is another level, and the third act just throws you into a boss. The second act is pretty similar to the first act, just a bit harder and introduces a new type of Flicky, and actually the only Flicky that has a unique property. This new Flicky is called the Red Flicky. The Red Flicky bounces around if you don't catch him after destroying the Badnik the Flicky is kept in. Green Grove Act 3 is a boss that is pretty simple. Because it's the first boss, obviously it has to be short. But something I really like about this boss is that you can hit the boss twice if you're fast enough. You can already fast boss even faster. But I must say, I'm not the only one who likes 3D Blast, so let's get some variety, shall we? Hey Joyce, wanna get on the 3D Blast action?
Hello everyone, my name is Joyce, or Joyce Plays, or Aerostar, if you met me in VR chat, or play Sonic Adventure mods. I'll be taking over now. Let's get into this. Alright, the other best stage in this game. When I first played Sonic 3D Blast on my Xbox One, when I was 7 or so, I got stuck here, so this will be my first time playing a lot of these stages. So let's get to it, shall we? At the start of the stage, you see two paths, only one of them you can go at the start. So when you see the blocked off path, you want to find a way to get there. So after you can't go to the other path, you go to the other one, and after you go to that path, you'll find yourself at the fans. A new player would think two things. The first idea is what someone would think the fans would do is that they would hurt you, or the second idea someone would have is that they would block their path. But when they touch it, no diddy, they start spinning, and the player is most likely to still be moving. They hit the pillars, and after the player hits the pillars, not a 9/11 joke, they remember the other path at the start. Like, it's so cool how the game teaches you something so fast without any words. You can just play the game and it teaches you something so fast without words. You can just play the game and it teaches you how to play. Like, you see how cool that is? The game makes you want to backtrack, but when you jump out of the SBO spin, you have to play more of the stage and explore it to see what's behind it. Like that's what I love so much about this stage and the game. And when you get to the part of the stage you were looking for, and when you find it, it gives you so much joy because you found what you were looking for. You know what? After you're done watching this video, play Sonic 3D Blast. Go play it. Find Sega Genesis Mini Tune. Find literally anything. Find anything that can play it. Do it now. Go play it now. Alright, I think that's it for this act. There's nothing much I have left to say for this act. Also, Dave appears in the bases, so go find him. Say hi. Dave the Rat needs more love. On to Act 2. Alright. This stage is a Trojan horse. Like, you start the stage, and it kind of plays like Ringo Act 2. Then you get to the next part of the stage, but then the wall. But no fear, Mr. Mo's viewers. As you see, I've played the games before. This wall shows you that a good game does not need a tutorial to teach you things. This wall shows you that the game has had some changes, and for the better, if I do say so myself. It shows you that you just run around and get the birds. You gotta work for them now. Oh boy, you gotta work for them birds now. Hope this does not backfire on me. Foreshadowing. The game uses Sonic character controller to work with the springs. And if you're willing to try something new, you can even get a shield. Man, this stage is so well. I say as I rage quit because I could not find the last bird. Well, that's all I gotta say about the stage. I got not much else to say about the stage. But also, Dave the Rat and his fam is at the wall. Fine, boom. Alright, that's it. Yay! I get to cover the worst boss in this game. And also get to cover the worst stage of the game. So yeah, it is a boring thing to hit it on one arm while it shoots you. When it shoots at you, then the other arm just shoots over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Alright, that's it. Back to you, Mr. Motost. Bye! Shao Hong Shu.
Thanks for your part, Joyce. I'll hand the baton back to you after I'm done with Spring Stadium. Oh yeah, Spring Stadium! Spring Stadium is a very interesting level. It's quite the interesting level look, especially for a Sonic level. Spring Stadium is a circus-themed level with tons of springs, wow, I wonder why, and bouncers. It also has some of the weirdest Tails and Knuckles placement in the entire game. Why are you here? Aside from weird Tails and Knuckles placement, this level has overall great level design. At least if you don't have a skill issue and hit every single ball and bouncer. Spring Stadium takes its identity as a circus level very seriously, not only having tons of balloons, previously mentioned bouncers and springs, and even in the Saturn version, Eggman Ringleader statues. Aside from the theme of the level, though, this, in my opinion, is the weakest in the game. That doesn't mean it's bad, don't get me wrong, it's just the weakest level in the game for me. But I haven't been speaking about the individual acts, so let's get on to it. Act 1 is a pretty easy run through, with pretty chill level design. However, Spring Stadium Act 2 is weird. A good weird, but still weird. It's something you get accustomed to, simply because of the amount of bouncers and springs in this level. Also, both the Genesis and Saturn's OST of this act are friggin' hilarious. Like, I almost spat out my drink whenever I first heard Act 2's Saturn theme. Aside from the goofy themes of this act is an acquired taste, one might say. The level designs are just kinda average, honestly. The stage may be my least favorite, it's hard to tell, honestly. And it's because every act is either great or awesome. The boss on Act 3 is a great example of an awesome stage. Not only is this boss super fast, it's also super fun. You can stand on top of the platform by bouncing up on the springs and letting Eggman float over to you, hitting him to make him go down, and hitting him again. It is important to mention that the platforms where you can hit Eggman from above have spikes that come up after a couple seconds. Spring Stadium is an interesting level that is, in my opinion, the worst. Even if it is the weakest zone, it's still a fun time. Alright, Dries, it's your turn now.
Oh, the best stage in this game. With the slides of ice and powers of place where you can pay Tails or Knuckles to take you on a roller coaster. You can get diddled by the green flicky. Wait, who the hell is calling me? Oh, it's the sponsor for today's video. Memi was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes did the same, abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. I found myself screaming in the hotel room. Alright, that was weird. Back to Blazing Sonic 3D Blast. But first, let me cook the green bird. Yum, bird, tastes good. Alright, back to the thing for real. But yeah, it's Ice Cap, but no one could even make it a week here. But of course, Sonic is still different, like someone else we know. We got ice that looks like that's never had any yellow in it, which is sad because snow with no color does not taste good, like red snow, which tastes like yellow snow, tastes like and snow you would find outside, it tastes like, wait, I can't say that here. And also, it has a very, and also has very nice ice homes. Yes, I'm calling him that because it's funny. Sadly, Dave the Rat did not make it into Spring Stadium, though, so he's dead. But yeah, this place is cool. On to the next zone, Zhao Hengshu. You! I hate you. You made me suffer. Like, why are you running? Are you dumb or something? Your life means nothing. You serve zero purpose. I should let Eggman take you. I hate you with my full heart and soul. You have done nothing but destroy my life. I hope you die. You're the worst thing to happen in this game. Alright, besides that green bird. Let's say just fun. It's just a green growth box, but a lot more fun. That's all I got to say for this stage. Back to you, Moto. Zhao Hengshu.
Volcano Valley is the definition of acquired taste. This level seems like hell for newcomers. Luckily, we have this thing called Getting Good. So, the level gets easier as you play it more. Getting back on track, Volcano Valley is one of the hardest levels in the game easily. But even then, it's not that hard. Volcano Valley's main gimmick is a shield heavily underutilized, the Fire Shield. Fire Shield is crucial to this level, especially in Act 2, where most of the level design relies on the player having a Fire Shield all the time. Act 1 has very straightforward level progression in some areas, but overall solid. Act 2, on the other hand, is the most open level in the entire game. The entire opening area you spawn is bigger than the starting area of Green Grove Act 1, if I'm not wrong. Volcano Valley Act 2 is the biggest level in the entire game, I'm pretty sure. This level is filled to the brim with fire shields around every corner, for good reason actually. This level has the most hazards in the game, with the lava and fire shooters counting as hazards, which can all be avoided with the previously mentioned fire shield. Despite the fact that this level only has 2 segments, the segments are extremely long, like extremely long. The segments in total could take up to 2 to 3 minutes each if you don't know what you're doing. Volcano Valley Act 3 is a very hit or miss boss for some people. In my opinion, I love it, but I can see the reason why people wouldn't like this fight. It can be pretty annoying with their perspective and the smoke and the fire chasing you all at once. The boss is pretty fast and short though, so that's points in my book. Alright Dryce, take it away once more.
Oh boy, a cool new stage to play. I bet it'll be as fun as the last one.
I was
was
shot
in-
57 times in the jugular.
Well, I'm in hell, looking up at Motos right now. I hate this damn stage. It can't get any worse. I did speedrun the first part of the stage, but I would want to say sorry to the green Flicky. I was so mean to you. I will uncook you. This stage is so bad. Nothing could be worse than this whole game. Like, I hate this stage so much that I'm reading my script right now. I'm going off script right now just because I hate it so much. Like, this stage is so long and so unbearable. I genuinely have lost fun with it. I genuinely would rather had to burp. Excuse me. But as I said, I don't even know, just not play this game ever again. This stage. This game is beautiful. Besides Dream Gadget Zone, I wish I took the chance to switch it out with Panic Puppet Zone. Should've let me switch it out. Why didn't you let me switch it out, dog? Well, I'm so sorry. Why didn't you let me switch it out? I want to take Panic Puppet. I want to take Panic Puppet Zone. I want to take Panic Puppet Zone. Please. Yes. So, well, at least I'm so glad it's over. This, I don't ever want to be here again. Kill me, please. Just end me. So you know when I said that Dream Gadget Zone Act 1 was the worst stage? Well, I was as wrong as a Sonic fans think Sonic Racing Crossword will have full online and last for a very long time. Like, when I beat the stage, it said too long. Like, damn. I did not need to roast me. With the green bird. First part of the stage is hell. Falling down the part where my butt kicked by that Darium slime. I hate this slide. I had to jump from platform to platform over 200 times. This stage, I am fighting for my life. This whole stage. I was playing Sonic 3D Blast Warzone. Sonic 3D Blast Warzone. Like, this game is making me suffer all because I suck at this stage. Well, I'm going to stop before I just freaking pop a blood clot or something for a blood vessel decides to kill me right now, because I already have one thing attached to me that can kill me at any second. Ow! Oh god, the Sonic Compact Disc boss. But in 3D. This was only the fun part about Dream Gadget Zone for me. I liked this act. This is the only act that I had semi fun with. Yeah, not really much to add on this stage. Well, that's it. Bye. I shall disappear into the void. Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Ah! Can you hear me? Help me. I'm being overworked. I'm trapped. I don't have much time. He's going to get me. Oh no. Help me.
Well, that was weird. Thanks once again for your help, Dryce. Now, onto the technical last level of the game, Panic Puppet. Panic Puppet is awesome in terms of a final level. Not only is it fast, it's also the level in the game with the least amount of flicky requirements. In total, both levels only demand 5 flickies. Why, you may ask? Because Act 1 only has 5 flickies and Act 2 has 0 flickies in it. So if you hate the flickies, I guess this is your level. Back on Act 1 though, this act is beautiful. Something you might notice is that none of the enemies drop flickies. In Act 1, and only in Act 1, the flickies are in test tubes all around the level. This level is a design aesthetic similar to Gene Gadget because we're actually going deeper into Eggman's base in Panic Puppet. Aside from that, Panic Puppet Act 1 is a perfect final level opening. You may have noticed that some of these sections are kind of short, mainly because I'm bad at scripting, and also because I've been wanting to yap about this level ever since the project came to be. This level is Panic Puppet Act 2. Where do I even begin, man? Not only does it have the speediest level design in the entire game, seriously, you can blast through this level, get it? In around 1 minute 15 seconds. Like I said earlier, this level has 0 flickies, so going through this level is very easy, aside from all the turns and stuff like that. Not only is this level fast and easy, it also has some of the best Sonic 3D Blast themes of all time. Seriously, if you have not listened to the Saturn soundtrack, go do that right now. The level also uses the best usage of Sonic speed by encouraging just blasting, bad joke I know, through the level at speeds that would put Sonic Triple Trouble to shame. I mean, come on, look at this gameplay. Also, it has this really cool Eggman Tower, I think. At least that's what was in my mind when I see it. Panic Puppet Act 2 is just so peak, man. I really like the flickies, but this is the one exception where a level would have suffered more if given flickies. Now on to one of, if not the best Sonic 3D Blast bosses in the game. Panic Puppet Boss Act 3. Panic Puppet Act 3 is a great boss. In fact, it's the longest. It's the second longest boss in the game. This boss has 3 phases. The first one, where you have to stand underneath the crusher, can't be easily cheesed unless you played this game for way too long like me. The only reason why it can't be cheesed is because of the fact if you go too far back, the arms will move back into default position and the cannons will start shooting out little orbs. The next phase is just fire. Literally just fire. The next phase has a ton of orbs shooting cannons out of it. The fun thing about this phase is that you can cheese it by standing next to blue hit points on the side. Jumping up at the right moment, he starts shooting orbs, he won't shoot any orbs. Although doing this requires a ton of practice, it's just a little bit of improvement to my runs. That's about every level in the game. Notice how I said Panic Puppet Act 3 is my second favorite boss? This is my favorite boss in the game. Where do I even begin? Not only does this boss have 5 phases, yes, you heard me right, 5 phases, making it by far the longest boss in the game. Oh, did I mention you have to do all 5 phases twice? I know it seems monotonous, but the boss is really fun. The phases are very different between each other. The phases themselves are all really fun with actual challenge. After you beat Sonic 3D Blast, the credits roll with, if you're on the Saturn version, a vocal theme called You're My Hero, a song sung from the perspective of a flicky that Sonic rescued. For real this time, that's every level in the game. Oh wait, the special stage. I briefly touched on special stages earlier, if you remember. They are so good, besides one, that I feel like I need to dedicate a full segment toward them. So, let's get started. First off, Siren Special Stages. The Siren Special Stages, as I said earlier, are peak with their special stage design, with them having nice difficulty curves throughout the stages, with the last special stage having the cleanest background ever. Seriously, if I had a high quality photo of it, I would make it my PC background. Aside from that though, I'll let Dryce cover the Genesis and PC special stages. Take it away once more, Dryce.
Hello, Mr. Modus viewers. I'm back to talk about the funny zones. I will be talking about the PC and Genesis special stages because I have no good way of playing the Saturn version. Alright. It's just Sonic 2 special stages, but fast and a bit more fun. It's like a roller coaster. So I paid Tails/Knuckles to take me on a roller coaster. That's only one round. Yeah, playing the special stages for the first time, I was shocked that's only one round. Where the hell am I? Why am I in this? Why am I in this void? Am I on drugs? Oh wait, but yay, we got our 3 rounds of Sonic on drugs. Get me out of here. Okay, but yeah, these stages are fun. Okay, bye later. I went to Six Flags 6 times.
Thank you once again, Dries. You may have noticed that I haven't talked about the controls yet, mainly because they're in acquired taste, really. The one thing I can say is, practice your moves. Please, I've seen so many people go into 3D Blast just trying to blast through the levels. Before you do any level, you should always practice your movement first. Along with that, get good with the spinners in Rusty Ruin, which Dries previously talked about. Hopefully. I don't know, I haven't looked over his part yet. Now onto a topic I'm very interested in. The debate between analog and D-pad both. The answer is both. It's all down to preference at the end of the day. I much prefer to play the game with the D-pad rather than the analog stick. Although some people like to play this game with an analog stick, I'm going to keep this one short. It's both. Both are the answer. I've been watching Sonic 3D Blast long plays like Oni Plays, giving myself a broader perspective on 3D Blast damage in the public Sonic community. By the way, it's still divided as ever. But I've noticed something. Most people playing the game are going DX, which, if you don't know, Sonic 3D Blast DX is a ROM hack produced by the John Burton, aka one of the creators of Sonic 3D Blast and Sonic R. Back on track, Sonic 3D Blast DX, which I will just be referring to as DX, is a ROM hack made by John Burton to try and fix some of the issues in the game. The issues he attempts to fix are Sonic being slower, which doesn't make sense, mind you. Sonic moves like a bullet train in the original. He attempts to make Flickie collecting easier by adding a radar whenever Flickies get lost, along with making Flickies follow Sonic more, and also having Super Sonic, aka the standard for every single one of these remasters. DX is not my preferred way for a multitude of reasons. Sonic speed being increased is good for speed, but can break automation sections. The example I'm going to use is in Spring Stadium Act 1. Watch my gameplay on Genesis. Now watch it on DX. You see what I mean? Sonic's increased speed breaks automation, making gameplay way less fluid. Back onto the public's image of Sonic 3 Blast, it makes sense why people don't like 3 Blast because you have to play the game multiple times to understand the controls. Side note, this comment I found is just kind of hilarious to me because it's just like, brother, your screen's flat, nothing is 3D. It's isometric 3D, but it's still 3D. Also, the glazing of the DX version is so tiring, but I've already covered that in the last couple minutes. So yeah, back onto the main part of the video. I found most people only play it once for a review, whereas I have 100%ed Sonic 3 Blast around 20 times, only counting Saturn, by the way. So of course it makes sense why people think the controls suck. It's because they're only playing it once, rushing through, and not finding all the medals. Yes, I know the medals didn't do anything, besides giving you continues, but they are truly great at exploring levels and take a greater risk just to get them. I feel like playing Sonic 3 Blast one and done is not how to play the game. If you truly don't like using the D-pad, which I do get, then you can find the game through totally legal means and play it using an Xbox controller. But if you're like me and are a psychopath, D-pad is just more appealing and just feels better to control me personally. Along with that, Saturn has a 3D pad. Let's see how much it cost. Damn it, man, I ain't never affording this. Jokes aside, the Saturn analog stick is not a terrible way to play the game. In fact, you could even play it with Knights. That's for a future video. She, yes I call her she, shut up, she can be any gender you want her to be. Get special treatment because I love Knights so much. Sonic 3D Blast is awesome. I hope some of you, hell, even one person, come out thinking differently about this game. But this part of the video isn't about the new people. It's about my older subscribers. You're probably sitting there wondering what the hell happened to the content. Well, this is a new area on the Modos channel. This is where I take content seriously. I do hope this video doesn't turn you off from my channel. If it does, then that's fine. I get it. The change is weird and last minute, but I do hope everyone understands my reasoning for the new content. Aside from that though, we gone. See you next video.
Alright, another best stage in this game. When I first played Sonic 3D Blast on my Xbox One when I was 7, I got stuck here. So this will be my first time playing a lot of these stages. So let's get to it, shall we? At the start of the stage, you see two paths. Only one of them. Alright, Act 2. Alright, this stage is a Trojan horse. Like you start the stage, and it kind of plays like Green Grove Act 1. Then you get to the next part of the stage, but then the wall. But no fear, Mr. Motos viewers. I've played these games before. The wall shows that a good game does not need a tutorial to teach you things. This wall shows you that the game is having some changes, and for the better. I shows you that you just run around to get the birds. You get to. That's in the, that's in the script. That's in the script. Alright, this stage is a Trojan horse. Like you start the stage, and it kind of plays like Green Grove Act 1. Then you get to the next part of the stage with then the wall. But no fear, Mr. Mo's viewers. I've played these games before. The wall, the wall shows that a good game does not need a tutorial to teach you things. This wall shows you that the game is having some changes, and for the better. It shows you that you just that I can't cook anymore. Burger the honey mustard. Burger the honey mustard. Burger. All right, this stage is just a whole Trojan horse. Like you start the stage, and it kind of plays like Green Grove Act 1. Then you get to the next part of the stage, but then the wall. Boom! But no fear, Mr. Mo's viewers. I've played these games before. Put the GIF here. Oh wait, I did not mean to read that. I did not meant me to read.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Oh, the best zone in this game. With the slides of ice and powers a place of where you can pay Tails slash Knuckles to take you on a roller coaster. You can get diddled by the Yeah, we're keeping that. We're keeping that in. Okay. Oh, diggity boy. What? Oh, what did that come from? Oh, diggity boy. I can't. Ah. Okay. I don't know where this will go, but it'll probably after Moses' heartfelt sentence. I actually had a really fun time with this video. I did procrastinate launching Gadget Zone, and you can tell the script sounds very rushed because I couldn't come up with anything cool to say, so I just had to write some things. I but yeah, I had a really fun time recording and doing all this, just being on a call with Mr. Motos and recording and just doing all this stuff. Just this game was so much fun. I actually had this is like one of the most fun I've had to do on a video and ever. Like, thank you. I actually really appreciate it. Thank you, Motos. Thank you for letting me into your home and record your videos. It's very cold outside. Don't send me back out there. I don't want to go back out there. It's cold. Please, please wait. No, no, no. Ew, after that, no, I got to feel my warm breath on my hand. That's That's gross. Ew. Gross. Gross. That's very gross. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Goodbye, everyone. Xiao Hong Shu.